Yeah, what happened to Bob? Hey, do you play violin as well? Oh, okay. I think so. Yeah. Is it?
to see you again. Thank you again for the shofar. Awesome. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Awesome. Let me just get my glasses. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here on this Sunday morning, this weekend morning. It's lovely to see you all. I am Pastor Joshua. Welcome to Pacific Unitarian Universalist Church. Pacific Unitarian Church represents progressive religious thought here in the South Bay. And we welcome people of all creeds, races, sexual orientations, and gender identities. We gather here in this sacred space on the ancestral lands of the Tongva people. And we strive to be better stewards of the land we are honored to inhabit. If you are here for the first time, we welcome you. If you have been here before, we welcome you back. Oh, and you guys are welcome to sit for a second if you want, yeah. I feel like they're my bodyguards or something. Like they're my entourage.
Yeah, your right-hand man.
They're my entourage. Some of you may have noticed that today's service is oriented a little bit differently than normal. Normally, if you haven't been here, we have a Sunday service where we do hymns and readings and a sermon and meditation and a traditional type of service. Today, we're set up a little bit differently. I felt for the past few weeks, especially given political news and the fires, that, we've addressed these things in the services and there's been an emotional roller coaster. So I thought it would be a good idea to spend this weekend doing some rituals just to be together in community, not to think about what's going on in the world as much, but to enjoy ourselves, sing some songs, have some fun, and just give our spirits a little bit of a break. So on Friday, we did luminescence, and I think Tracy and Melissa's here, Tracy isn't, but thank you both. It was an amazing, amazing service. And for you who don't know, luminescence is a new Unitarian Universalist holiday of sorts, where we light lights on a Friday evening. It's really, really cool. It started here in Southern California. So what I like to bring to PUC is to welcome all different people's cultural identities. As you know, I said we don't have a specific creed or religion or identity. We have all. So I come to PUC with my Jewish background, and so I bring some Jewish rituals. During the holiday season, when we did our Christmas service, I asked people how they identified at that time, because I wanted to bring some rituals that were associated with different people's identities in the winter holidays. So people came to me and said, we're pagan, we're pagan. So we did a Yule service. I want really, if you identify Diwali, we did a Diwali service, Naresh, his Indian heritage. If you identify with the specific religion or specific heritage, come to me, and I would love to do a ritual through the lens of how you celebrate life. That's what this is about. So today we're going to do this Bi Shevat seder, and is it Rabbi Joey, or Rabbi Joey and Cantor Jonathan are going to explain a little more about it to you. I'm going to do a few announcements first, but during the seder, be prepared, because we are going to ask people at your tables to read certain parts. So if you're prepared to do that, when we ask, please raise your hand. We also have some wine and some fruit on the tables. There isn't enough, there's going to be 4 glasses of wine during the service. So I ask you to pour just a little bit into those tiny cups for each glass so that it goes around, otherwise the wine won't last. Or pour it into the little glasses and just take 4 sips during the service. For those who don't drink alcohol, we also have some non-alcoholic juice. We have some on this table, we have some on this table for kids and for people who don't drink alcohol. So please feel free to pass those around as well. We have some specific fruits here we'll talk about, but I also asked people to bring some fruits they've never tasted. So we also have a lot of gooseberries here. We have some dragon fruit. We have a pomelo. They're on different tables, so feel free to taste those as well. Quick announcements. Monday morning yoga at 10 with Kiki is happening again. My class on Tuesday evening, Religion and Comedy, is happening here at the church at 7 p.m. and also via Zoom. It's the same Zoom link as last month. If you don't have that, I can get it to you, but it'll be here in person at 7 as well. That's Religion and Comedy. And Haven, Dr. Haven Perez, our religious educator, is continuing his class, The Origins and Intersections of Modern Identities and Ideologies, or OEMI for short, OMII. That class, although I'm keeping mine at 7 p.m. on Tuesday because it's just this Tuesday and I didn't want to change in case people set aside that time. A number of people have asked to move Haven's class earlier. So it will be on February 27th the next time, and it will be at 4 p.m., not 7 p.m., in person and in Zoom. February 22nd, we have 2 great events here. In the morning at 10 a.m., we have our Death Cafe, which is not a bereavement or a suicide group. It's a national movement to come and drink tea and eat cake and talk about death, because that's what you do when you drink tea and eat cake. It's a death-positive movement. Come and talk about something that's usually taboo in society, but something that we really, really want to discuss in a positive way. So please, February 22nd, that Saturday at 10 a.m. is our Death Cafe. That evening of February 2nd, it will be time to dig into your formal attire, because that is our black and white ball. Yes, to raise money for our music program. It will be tux and gown. If you don't have a tux or a gown, just dress nice. That's okay. Hats are encouraged as well. Saturday, February 22nd, once again at 7 p.m., our black and white concert. For tickets, please see Gary Hart. They are $25 for adults. Wait, I'm sorry. They are within $25 of being free. That's how we frame it. And for kids, they're $150 each. I'm kidding. Kids are free. Kids are free. All right, just a few quick more announcements. So normally we have an offering during our service. We're going to do it a little differently today, where we're not going to pass around an offering plate, but we will have offering baskets at the back. So please contribute to support PUC, and we are splitting the plate with Adat Chaverim, which is the Humanistic Jewish congregation. So any donations you make today will be split, If you don't have cash or a check, please, there's QR codes on the back of the last page of the program. You can scan the QR code at any time, make a donation. Then, after the service, as you can see, we only have fruit here. It's not a full meal. We will have a full lunch, as we always do. Because this is African American History Month, Naresh has created a meal with traditional food of our African American and Black diaspora. Yes, traditional food and also vegan food. So if you have dietary concerns, please, please stay for lunch. If you've never been here before, please eat with us for free. If you've been here before, we ask for a $5 donation, the cheapest lunch around. And if you're a child, it's $275. I'm just kidding, per kid. All right. Yay, those are the announcements. We welcome today, our joint service is being facilitated and led by Cantor Jonathan Friedman of the Humanistic Jewish congregation here in LA. It's called Adat Chaverim. Please feel free to connect with them, and Rabbi Joey as well from Adat Chaverim. I'm from Michigan, where the Humanistic Jewish movement started with Rabbi Sherwin Wines, so I have a deep connection. And I worked for the institute that ordained rabbis in the Humanistic Jewish movement for many years. Jonathan is a leading voice in humanistic Judaism and a renowned scholar of Jewish music. He's been leading congregational services and directing and teaching in Jewish educational programs throughout the Los Angeles area for over 2 decades. Jonathan has published hundreds of articles on musicology and the sociology of religion, as well as over 30 scholarly books. He is an engaging speaker, expert service leader, multi-instrumentalist, enthusiastic teacher, outspoken humanist, proud father, happy husband, and all-around mensch, and he plays the mandolin, as you can see. So, woo! Rabbi Joey came at the last second, and so I don't have a bio for you, I'm sorry, but I'm sure you can look him up, or he could talk about himself a little bit. Is there anyone here from Adat Chaverim? Please welcome the Adat Chaverim people. Yes, welcome. Thank you for coming up. Awesome. All right, so we will begin with a short, brief chalice lighting before we do our seder. I'm going to say some words because not only is it African American History Month, celebrating civil rights, but we're doing a seder that promotes environmental justice. So, our opening words will be from Lisa P. Jackson, who is the first Black woman to be the administrator of the EPA, which hopefully will remain intact. Her words were, "It's time to be clear about this misconception that environmental issues are incompatible with civil rights. The truth is that environmental issues are civil rights." So we light our chalice this morning during African American History Month, and as we ritualize the need to protect our earth with our Tu B'Shvat Seder, in order to shed a light on the interconnectedness of protecting our earth as an issue of freedom. And with that, I will introduce Rabbi Joey to start our Seder.
Also, Jonathan and I host a podcast called Amusing Jews, and I think I'd be remiss not to mention that. It's
Amusing Jews?
Amusing Jews. It's about, Jewish contributors to popular American culture, so you might like it no matter what your faith tradition is. So, welcome. The rabbis taught that there were 4 Jewish New Years. That's right, not just 1, but 4. The first day of Nisan, not the car, but the month coming from Babylonia, is in the spring. You guys might recognize it. It's around the time of Passover and Easter. Is the New Year of the months. The first day of Elul, in late summer, is the New Year for animals born that year. The first day of Tishrei, Rosh Hashanah, the head of the year, is the New Year for counting years. So we've got New Year of the months, New Year's for the animals born that year, New Year's for the years, and then this, the 15th of Shevat, Tu B'Shvat, literally means 15th of Shevat, think Cinco de Mayo, it's very descriptive, is the New Year for the tithing the fruits of the trees. Tu B'Shvat, literally the 15th day of the Jewish month of Shvat, I already said that, has a long history. Some scholars believe that in its most ancient form, the holiday celebrated the Near Eastern goddess Asherah, whose symbol was a tree. Asherah was a popular fertility deity and consort of the Canaanite god El. Asherah shrines are mentioned in the Hebrew Bible, though they are not described in detail and were likely poles or wooden objects made from trees. During the temple period, farmers of fruit were taxed in the forms of tithes. Tu B'Shvat was likely a tax collection day for fruit, whereupon it was agreed that the tax year would begin and end. After the destruction of the temple in 70 CE, the holiday still remained. This is probably because Tu B'Shvat represented something more than a legal requirement. The holiday marks the end of the heavy rain season in the Middle East, when the sap starts to rise in the tree and the earth begins its slow emergence from winter. This may be why the festival stayed in existence among the Jewish folk. During the flourishing era of Jewish mysticism, around the 16th century, Tu B'Shvat reemerged as a more symbolic festival. Mystical significance was attributed to the ideas of rebirth of the natural world in spring and the Tu B'Shvat seder, a service of eating symbolic foods around a festive meal, was created. More recently, as environmental protection has become a very pressing concern, Tu B'Shvat has been reimagined as the Jewish Earth Day, a day on which we recognize our ethical obligations to care for the planet and its inhabitants. The theme of a new year for trees, a time of recognizing our connection to the earth, is the most popular Tu B'Shvat theme today.
Thank you, Joey. It's great, by the way, to be here. I'm Jonathan. This is my first time here, so I think lunch is free.
Yes!
Let's do two songs. One will be one that you're already familiar with, and of course you've never heard it before. But what I mean by that is it is a wordless melody. It's called a nigun in Hebrew, which just means melody. You can sing la la la, la la la, die die die, whatever you wish. And as soon as you catch on, you'll start singing, and it's like you knew it before. Everybody, la 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 la. Give yourselves a hand. This next one is also pretty easy. I wrote it years ago. Let's see if it still sounds good. It's call and response. So I'll sing, you respond. It's a little bit about the holiday. Tu B'Shvat is a birthday. Tu B'Shvat is a birthday. It's kinda like Earth Day.
Kinda like Earth Day.
Tu B'Shvat is a birthday.
Birthday.
Happy birthday, trees.
Happy birthday, tree.
Roots, trunks, branches, and leaves.
Roots, trunks, branches, and leaves.
Tu B'Shvat is a birthday.
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 It's kinda like Earth Day.
Kinda like Earth Day.
Tu B'Shvat is a birthday.
Tu B'Shvat is a birthday.
Happy birthday, trees.
birthday tree.
Roots, trunks, branches, and leaves.
Roots, trunks, branches, and leaves.
Tu Bishvat is a birthday. All right, so quiz. What is Tu Bishvat? Ah, very good. Yeah.
Birthday, right.
All right. So should I coordinate the logistics of the first cup first?
Sure.
All right, so this is going to be a little logistical thing. Hopefully some of your wine bottles are open on the tables. If they're not, we have 2 wine bottle openers that we can come around with. There's little teeny cups, so pour a little bit in each cup of either the wine or the grapefruit. Raise your hand if you need your wine bottle opened so that we could come around and open them. And as we do that, I'd like people to consider whether they want to read from our seder booklet the words of the first cup. If you do, please raise your hand and I will bring the microphone to you. Lisa, are you volunteering? Awesome, wonderful. Remember, we're going to be doing 4 cups, so a little bit in each. And did you get the cranberry juice? Because we have? No, thank you? Okay. Oh, all right. Because we have some as well. That's the one. All right.
The first cup, the cup of memory. As we fill our cups, we remember the beauty of winter, the quietness of a snowfall, the warmth of home and
Hold on.
family.
You gotta, let me hold it, and just because it's going in and out. There you go.
We remember that we began as a grape on the vine and give thanks to the sun, the rain, and the earth that produced it. We are grateful for all the people who tend the vine, crush the grapes, and make the wine. We remember our ancestors and relatives who lifted their cups in celebration as we lift our cups and say,
Can you lead us, Jonathan or Rabbi, in the prayer?
Blessed are those who create
The fruit of the wine. Bruchim borei peri hagafen. Yes.
L'chaim.
L'chaim, to life. All right. Should I get someone to read about the first fruit as well? All right. Can we have a volunteer to read the first fruit? Oh, wow, we have one here. Awesome. All right, here you go.
Does he start here? Edible?
This is, say your name.
This is Weston.
Weston.
Right here, I think. Edible inside.
Yes, edible inside, inedible outside is the first fruit. And then you can start right here.
Okay. The first fruit we will eat is a fruit with outer shell and cannot be eaten. The shell protects the fruit inside just as a baby. It protects.
Just as a baby is protected.
It is protected.
In,
It is
in
in the womb.
womb. Yeah.
And a child is protected by their parents. Some compare these fruits to a human beings and human spirit. Beneath are sometimes hard shells. There are soft, tender, and compassionate shells.
Selves.
Yay, Weston, that's awesome. That was wonderful. And so we have a number of fruits that are edible inside and inedible outside, which I invite you to taste. I brought some citrus. These are actually Mineola oranges that I got from Trader Joe's, which is a combination of a tangerine, actually, and a grapefruit, I think, or an orange, anyway. On some of the tables, we also have pomelos that are edible inside and inedible outside. And we have a dragon fruit sampling on one table that is, we have the edible inside there, but the outside of it, I believe, is inedible. Feel free to try those.
And our blessing. Blessed are those who bring forth the fruit of the tree. Ruchim borei peri ha'et.
We all want to say it together. Blessed are those who bring forth the fruit of the tree. Bruchim borei peri ha'etz.
B'tei avon, that's Hebrew for bon appetit. Now we'll bring you a story from the Talmud, rarely understood, often maligned, but wonderful. This is Choni and the carob tree. Choni was a circle maker, famous in the Talmud. One day, Choni was journeying on the road, and he saw a man planting a carob tree. He asked the man, "How long does it take for this tree to bear fruit?" The man replied, 70 years. Choni then asked, incredulously I might add, "Are you certain that you will live another 70 years?" The man replied, "I found carob trees in the world. As my fathers planted these for me, so I too plant these for my children."
Awesome.
And now we reach the second cup of hope.
Awesome. All right. The second cup. Do we have someone who wants to read the second cup of hope? All right. Wonderful. Thank you. Here you go.
Okay. A second cup of hope. This cup is the cup representing the beginnings of spring. We know even in the coldest days of winter that spring will come, and with it, the rebirth of the earth. This is a time of hopeful anticipation. Even in the darkest of times, we must revere those, we must never lose hope. We remember to hope when times are dark and difficult, as we lift our cups and say, Blessed are those who create the fruit of the wine.
Bruchim borei peri hagafen. Please drink. Cheers. Is there an equivalent to cheers in Hebrew?
Just l'chaim.
L'chaim. Oh, what am I saying? Of course, you already said it. L'chaim, l'chaim.
There's no limit on the amount of times you can say that.
Yes. For any. So, now our second fruit, one that is edible outside and inedible inside. I have placed dates on the table, and we have more dates at the back too if we run out of them. They are edible outside and inedible inside. Does someone want to read the second fruit? Testing, yeah. Oh, Georgianne, here we go. Should I hold the mic or you want to?
Okay, that's fine. Wait a minute. Wrong glasses. A Jewish legend says the date palm is filled with blessing, for every part of it can be used. Every part of it is needed. We eat it full of dates. Its branches adorn the sukkah, tent. Its fronds are used for thatching. Its fibers for ropes. Its webbing for sieves. Its strong trunk for building. Let us celebrate that each one of us has a special role to play in making the world a better place. We are complex people, and the many parts of us are needed and valued at home and in our communities.
Please read the prayer.
Blessed are those who bring forth the fruit of the tree.
Bruchim borei peri ha'etz.
And now a little song of community, of being together. This is from Psalm 133. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. How good and how pleasant it is when we dwell together. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
All right. The third cup, the cup of diversity. Do we have a volunteer? Dale. Bless you. There you go. Thank you.
This is the cup of diversity. As the earth reawakens from its winter slumber, we celebrate the variety inherent in nature. We celebrate that the world is filled with peoples of many shades, beliefs, and backgrounds. We celebrate the richness of human cultures. We raise our cups to honor our ancestors and all the good people throughout the world who make our earth a better place. Blessed are those who create the fruit of the vine.
Bruchim borei peri hagafen. Awesome. And I encourage you at home to reread these various cups. They're so meaningful, the statements behind them, and it will give you another reason to drink another 4 cups of wine. So the more you reread them, the more they come, are a part of your soul and your spirit, and you learn how important they are, and as you get more and more tipsy, so to confront the challenges of the world. Our third fruit, we're on the third fruit, right? Yes, okay, is entirely edible. So I have some apples. I bought some Pink Ladies and some Fujis on the table. I see we also have a bunch of gooseberries on some of the tables, which are entirely edible, and some cranberries here as well in the shape of the can as they naturally grow. So please eat entirely edible fruits. And if I can get a volunteer to read the entirely edible fruit paragraph, that would be great. Oh, here we go. Yuki.
Can you hear me? We eat this.
Here, I'll hold it because sometimes the angle is weird.
We eat the fruit to honor the entirety of our experience, what has come before us.
Wait, hold on one second. We're reading the paragraph, so it's a little bit quiet. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's try it again.
We eat this fruit to honor the entirety of our experience, what has come before us, and what we will experience in the future. We take this moment to pause. We silently remember those who are no longer living, but whose good deeds and ideas still live on in our memory and inspire us to enrich the lives of those who follow.
Blessed are those who bring forth the fruit of the tree. Bruchim borei peri ha'etz. Thank you, Yuki.
This next song is something of a theme song for Humanistic Judaism. I have a suspicion you might agree with it too, and it can become one of your theme songs as well.
Yes.
Eifo ori, where is my light? Where is my light? My light is in me. Where is my hope? My hope is in me. Where is my strength? My strength is in me and in you, and in you. Where is my strength? My strength is in me and in you, and in you. Eifo ori, ori bi, eifo tikvati, tikvati bi,
Awesome. All right. And the fourth and final cup, the cup of hope and strength. Would anyone like to read the cup of hope? Oh, Janice. Yeah. Excuse me. There you go.
Great, thank you. Spring has blossomed into summer. This seder reminds us that the strength and power to care for ourselves, the earth, and all living things is within us. We think about all our skills, talents, and achievements, all that we can do to bring hope to our lives and to the world. As we raise our cups in gratitude, we dedicate ourselves to use our strength for good and to help those less fortunate than ourselves. Blessed are those who create the fruit of the vine.
Baruchim, Borei, Peri, Hagafen. Please drink.
I am.
L'chaim, yes.
I just have one last song to share. This actually came from the PBS program, Sid the Science Kid, which my kids watched growing up, and my first time trying to sing it. But you're going to help me because we're going to sing it together. It's about beautiful trees. Pine trees in the forest, palm trees by the sea, oaks and maples help you and me with the air to breathe and food to eat, shady shade to beat the heat. Beautiful trees, you know we love them. Beautiful trees, we need more of them. They take in carbon dioxide through their leaves and put out oxygen for everyone to breathe. Trees, beautiful trees, elms and magnolias in the towns and cities, cacti in the desert are sure enough pretty. So let's salute them and let's applaud them and plant more of them and be glad we got them. Beautiful trees, we need more of them. Beautiful trees, we need more of them. They take in carbon dioxide through their leaves, put out oxygen for everyone to breathe. Trees, beautiful trees. Trees, beautiful trees. Let's do that chorus one more time. Beautiful trees, you know we love them. Beautiful trees, we need more of them. They take in carbon dioxide through their leaves and put out oxygen for everyone to breathe. Trees, beautiful trees. Trees, beautiful trees. I like trees. How about you?
Awesome. Thank you all so much. Jonathan or Joey, would you like to say some closing words, or some final words? I can close it up.
Funny.
Okay, all right. Thank you all for being here, for joining our congregation at Pacific Unitarian Universalist Church with the Humanistic Jewish congregation, Adat Chaverim. I encourage all of our members to check them out and attend some of their events too. I did a Tashlich service one day with them where we threw our hopes and wishes into the sea. We went down to the Pacific Ocean. It was great. They do a lot of great stuff. Please check out Rabbi Joey and Cantor Jonathan's podcast, Amusing Jews, as well. Once again, I remind you that our offering QR codes are in the last page of the program, so please give to PUC and to Adat Chaverim. We will split with them. Or if you have check or cash, there are some baskets Melissa's holding up at the back where you can put in an offering. Thank you all. I know this has been a very different type of service than we usually do, and I encourage you all to come with me with ritual ideas that represent your culture, your heritage, how you were raised, and I'd love to bring them to our congregation. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, so please, once again, our brunch features food from the Black and African American diaspora because it is February, African American Heritage Month. I invite you all to stay for that lunch. Once again, it's free if you are new to PUC, and a suggested $5 donation otherwise. Feel free to make more of a donation if you like. That's food ministry separate from our congregational pledge. So we have the congregational pledge donation and then the food ministry. Please remain seated as our music director, Dr. Severin Benin, does a postlude for you, and then we will gather outside in the buffet line to get lunch, and then come back in here to join each other in more community. Thank you. Thank you again, Cantor Jonathan Friedman, Rabbi Joey Angelfield from Adat Chaverim, Severin. I do want to announce, I forgot, first of all, the food will be ready in about 10 minutes, so feel free to mingle and also to take a look at our campus. You can walk out back as well until the food's ready. But after, we also have a few things happening today. So we are going to have a coming of age ceremony. So at 12:30 today, what's that? Meeting, I know, but the ceremony will be eventually, so today we're having the meeting, right, yeah. We're having a coming of age meeting at 12:30 in Haven's office. So for youth who want to participate and their parents in coming of age, or if your parents here without your youth, but they may want to participate in coming of age, please meet at 12:30 in Haven's office. We also have a new to UU PUC 101 class. It's sort of like a new member introduction class at 12:30, which will be happening in the library today. So please attend that if you want to learn more about Unitarian Universalism and PUC. That's at 12:30. And is there anything else? The board meeting, if you want to hear what our board is up to, it's at 1 o'clock. And we will meet in here, I believe is the place we'll meet from 1 to 3. And I think that's it, right? For after? Yes, the Super Bowl. Awesome. Wonderful, thank you. So feel free to talk amongst yourselves, check out the scenery, and then have lunch with us.